Don't look behind you.
When I first moved into that old apartment building in Seattle, I thought it was perfect. Cheap rent, city skyline views, and quiet enough to sleep at night. The building was retro but well-maintained, except for the basement, which was locked and labeled storage, authorized personnel only. I never paid it much mind. That is, until the middle of February. It started with the TV. I have a vintage 1998 CRT set. I like it because it filters out distractions. One night, around 2:55 a.m., I woke up to the sound of static. I glanced toward the TV. It was on but showed only snowy white noise. I sleepwalked over, about to turn it off, when I heard it. My name, soft, clear, and unmistakable. Michael. I froze. The static paused. The screen flickered, then began again. Michael. Nothing else. My heart was pounding. I crossed the room, unplugged it, and went back to bed. I chalked it up to a glitch, but sleep didn't come easy. The next night at 3:03 a.m. it happened again. The TV turned itself on. No remote, no timer. Cold snow and static. Then, Michael. This time louder, more urgent. I grabbed my phone and recorded. The voice repeated 3 times and stopped. The TV shut off on its own. I watched the recording over and over. No voice, just static. The file ended with a spike in noise and silence after 3 seconds of black. That afternoon, I asked the building superintendent, Mr. Green, about any electrical issues. He smiled politely and said, "Nothing unusual, just old wiring." But his smile didn't reach his eyes when I mentioned the basement. He shrugged and changed the subject. That night, curiosity overtook fear. I waited. Exactly at 3 a.m., the static began. I sat with phone in hand to catch everything. The voice came. I answered. "Who is this?" My voice trembled. No response. Then static shifted and a deep male voice said, "You moved in. We like that." I nearly dropped the phone. The static shut off and the TV went silent. I don't remember going to sleep. The next morning, I looked up the apartment's history online. The listing said occupied for 22 years by one person, a man named David Miller, found dead in front of his TV in 2001. Heart attack. Last thing he was watching? A static test pattern. Something clicked. I went down to the basement today. The door was unlocked. Inside were dusty boxes, old electronics, and one CRT TV, the same model as mine. I didn't hear voices, but I did hear breathing inside that silent basement. I moved the TV to look behind it. There was a name scratched on its back, Miller. My blood ran cold. Tonight, I'm unplugging my TV before 2:50, and I might never plug it in again. But if you hear your name from the static, just know